Hey there, Luminary here, and it is the 21st of November, 2011. It's Monday, and right now I feel like Garfield. I think I pretty much woke up to a crap storm of WTF, man. I found this interesting article. Well, not an article, it was a press release for the, it was for the tickets for the London Games convention that's going to be going on. I forgot the name of it right now. I'll probably end up talking about that tomorrow because it's very important because they're going to have a lot of things going on there. They have this whole list, so I'm just going to list it off tomorrow. But the thing that got my attention, it's almost like that morning when I woke up, my roommate shook me awake and said, "Dude, we just bombed Iraq." And I was like, "What the hell for?" And then, this was a long time ago. We just, everything was just fine. And all of a sudden, boom. Really? Really, was it necessary? I don't remember anything happening. I don't know. Yeah, either way. So, yeah, we've got Notch versus the Yogscast. And I saw some pretty peculiar tweets by Notch saying, they won't be working with particular celebrities anymore because of some reason or another. I really didn't pay attention. I figured maybe they had a bad time. Maybe it was Minecraft chick. I have no idea. I didn't care. But I was in the IRC chat with on Nordrassil radio, and somebody came across with the rest of the tweets by Notch later because apparently he couldn't sleep and pretty much ripped up the Yogscast. And I say that in the sense of he was like, they weren't very cooperative. They didn't conduct themselves professionally. They wrote "fuck you" on some kid's poster. You don't do that, and their panel wasn't all that great, and they're divas, and blah, 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 and then some other alleged accusations of calling Mojang a bunch of nerds that don't know how to run a business. Well, right now it's just a rumor mill, and I'm waiting for the Yogscast blog to see how this explodes, because right now, I think they were losing 100, the Yogscast was losing 100 subscribers every 15 minutes, and I went to go check the Yogiverse here not too long ago, and it's been down for a while. I guess there's just been a shitstorm of WTF man over there, and diehard Yognauts going, "Oh no, not our precious Yogscast," and in the defense of Notch, I will say that there is a certain way you conduct yourself in the public eye. And I mean that in the sense of people are around and you talk. And then there's a way you conduct yourself behind closed doors and bullshit interviews and such. So maybe it was just they couldn't tell the difference. I have no idea. But in Notch's defense, I would be hopping mad if what transpired as far as writing the FU comment on the poster or whatever it is. I don't know. I wasn't there. I was 60 miles away and still kicking myself because I did not get any tickets. I can't stress that enough. But in the Yogscast defense, they were doing what the Yogscast does. That's what they do. They cut up. They can be insulting to each other. Have you ever watched any of the Yogscast stuff? I mean, they drop all kinds of swear words. I mean, except for Lewis. I think he says balls. But Simon, on the other hand, is pretty much a sailor in that respect. I mean, he will... there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm sure they know that their audience is children. And in the aspect of all of that, I think Total Biscuit said that they are very business-oriented. So their YouTube is their money. I know that... there were some other things. I think there was a video by Morfar, the founder of the radio station that I'm going to be DJing for. There was an issue with the Yogscast, but it's not my place to talk about that. I think Morfar pretty much summed it up in his video, if you want to go find that. It was shown to me, and because I'm new, again, it's not my place to talk about it. I'm not going to say one way or the other. It wasn't my fight. Bam. So... the Yogscast versus Notch. I never thought I would see it. Ever. That's like peanut butter versus jelly. Really? When do you deny peanut butter and jelly? I mean, I guess unless you're allergic to peanut butter. Or jelly. Or you're diabetic. Who knows? But I think that's going to be my take on that for right now. It's been interesting. I think everything will start coming clear, and I can start putting together different pieces as soon as more people post on Reddit their experiences as staff at Minecon, what's going on with the Mojang crews. I think I have every one of them on Twitter. And what's going on with the Yogscast, because like I said, the Yogiverse is just down right now. It cannot be found here. Since I'm recording, I will look it up right now. Let me open up Chrome. It says www.yogiverse.com. Yep, it says back soon, caution, maintenance in progress. So that could mean anything. Who knows? But I also hear that the fanatics of the Yognauts are pretty much hate mailing the crap out of Notch, and I think that's a little bit out of line. I understand that you love your celebrities so much that you can believe that they do no wrong, but in the end, they're just entertainers, and how they conduct themselves outside of what they do as a profession tells a lot about them. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, take any random celebrity that has gotten worldwide fame, or even just American fame, or whatever part of the country you're from. You know, you get paparazzis all up in your face taking pictures of you on the beach, and there's cameras everywhere. You're always in the public eye. You get kind of irritated. But we're talking about YouTubers. We don't leave the house most of the time, unless we're doing car vlogs and whatnot. That's not necessarily one of my fears. Here's another good example. Take Jesse Cox, a great guy, a fantastic entertainer, a voice actor. He listens to his community, and he even relays that in his videos. You know, I was reading over, some guy was like, yes, you know, or he'll respond. He takes the time to go through. He even says that he reads every one of the messages, which I think is incredible. I think he has help. I think he says he does it himself, but I'm pretty sure he has help, because he's got 500,000 subscribers, which is less than what the Yogscast has. But it doesn't not necessarily seem to faze him. I know that he wants to cater to his audience, and sometimes his audience can be a bit overbearing. And if I remember correctly, Pride had posted up on his blog at the Smoking Gamer about Jesse having a few issues with, you know, what the audience wants and how to deal with it, and the trolls, and it's going to come with the territory. I imagine with 500,000 subscribers, you're going to have a troll or two. You know, why, WTF, why you have this stuff on? I want this particular content. Okay. I think the philosophy should be, you are going to do as you're going to do, and people are going to do as they're going to do. If they don't like what you do, then they won't come back. But don't be so arrogant in thinking that you can ignore your public. If you become in that particular capacity, you can't ignore your public. But yet, you can't take your public word for word. Look at Blizzard. If you start taking your public word for word, you start getting weird changes in your game that make you go, WTF, man, what is wrong with you? That's just a good example. Boogie2988, he actually reads his stuff. I mean, it took him a while, and I'm sure he has a huge fan base, but I don't know. I think the moment a person loses touch with what they're doing and starts focusing more on money, bad things are surely to happen. They say money is the root of all evil. And I'm about willing to agree, but money can also provide quite a bit. In this particular profession, I'm willing to bet you only get as much out of it as you put into it. But don't kill yourself. Really. Either way, I'm done for the day. I will come back tomorrow with more fancy stuff and see if the Yogscast has posted up their blog and everything, and I'll get you complete information on what's going on. There's a lot of videos floating around right now, like, well, they did this, they did that. It's based completely on rumors and what Notch said. I'm really curious. I think someone told me once that I may be opinionated, but I'm fair. They may not agree with me, but I'm fair about what I say. So I don't hate the Yogscast. I don't hate Notch. Notch has brought to life a wonderful idea, and the Yogscast have done a wonderful job of entertaining us with the ideas already presented. I'm Luminary, and I'll see you next time.